Hello, friends, and welcome to Shutty Uppy, Let's Talk King of Queens podcast. My name is Steve Lott, and we have an awesome show for you today. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Dusty Salisbury, famous for his hilarious King of Queens TikTok reenactments with his lovely wife. Dusty, how are you today, bud?
What is up, you demented old circus monkeys? How you doing today?
You know we're all doing good over here.
Awesome.
All right, so before we get started, I want to read some feedback we got from some of our listeners. So, you know, we always ask for feedback, whether it's positive, negative, whatever, and we'll read it on the air. So Lindsay Leachman emailed us and wrote, "Absolutely loving your podcast, guys. I'm the biggest King of Queens fan and really enjoying the show. The Alex Scooby episode was unreal, and he's a great guy. Please keep them coming. It's comforting to have this and by far the best King of Queens podcast out there." So I was like blown away by that one. Thank you very much for
Heck yeah.
for that.
Great review.
Also, Tiffany Perner posted on Facebook, "Great episode of the podcast and of the show to cover. You guys are wonderful hosts. Check it out if you haven't listened. You will be delightfully entertained." And that was talking about our last episode with Jenna Maureen.
Delightful.
So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to Lindsay and Tiffany for those really great comments. And again, if you want to send us your comments, if you want to post them on Apple Podcasts or just post them in the group, just let us know and we'll read them.
Definitely. Thank you, guys.
Another thing is we did pick a winner for the DVD contest giveaway, but you have to listen until the end of this show today in order to see if you won.
Oh!
So, get that anticipation growing.
Love it.
All right, so let's get into it. Today, we have a great guest for you. He lives in Montana and is a huge King of Queens fan. He's a single parent and a musician, actor, and graphic designer. He loves seeing people succeed and wants the best out of life. Happiness is his goal and says that laughter is the best medicine, which I totally agree with.
Yep, definitely.
He also provided the cover art for our podcast and is a huge supporter of the show. I'm really excited to introduce Jacob Toone. Jacob, what's going on, bud?
How's it going?
First of all, thanks a lot for coming on, and thanks a lot for doing our cover art and always
Heck
plugging
yeah.
us out there, man.
You the man.
No big deal. I appreciate you guys bringing me on.
Yeah, man. So how's things going over in Montana these days?
It's good. You know, the weather's nice today, but tomorrow might not be. So
Yeah, that's the same up here or over here in New York too. You still getting snow and all that? I mean, it's April right now.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Like 2 days ago, it snowed.
Oh,
Sucks.
see, we're not getting snow, but I'm getting it's definitely getting cold and rainy and stuff. Thunderstorms.
Whew. It's 75 degrees here.
Lucky.
Wow.
North Carolina.
So we're gonna do our normal format where we talk about some trivia. Then we'll go into some ratings and reviews and close it out with who's gonna win the show, who's gonna win the DVD contest. So you excited? Nervous? What?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited.
All right, cool. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Season 8, Episode 16, entitled Knee Jerk. It was written by David Bickle, Chris Downey, and Amy Gershwin. It was directed by Ken Whittingham, and it originally aired on March 6, 2006. Episode synopsis. After Carrie pushes Doug down the stairs, she starts to feel guilty, and Doug milks it for all he can get. So yeah, this is a funny one.
Yes.
All right, we'll get right into it. Trivia. Question number 1. In the cold opening, what did Doug and Carrie end up watching after switching from Dracula?
Charlie Rose.
Charlie Rose on what channel?
I don't know. Was that CNN?
Ooh.
No, it was close. It was close to PBS, but we'll give it to you, Charlie
Oh,
Rose.
PBS.
We'll give you Charlie Rose. That was a good one.
Yeah. Sipsy Russell.
So, all right, cool. 1 for 1. That's a good start, bud. Question number 2. What does Carrie ask Doug to do when he gets to the top of the stairs?
Oh, did he get fitted for a suit for her friend's wedding?
That's absolutely
Yeah,
correct. That's
good
absolutely
job.
correct. And that whole scene is funny. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. But before that, you know what? Let me get into this question because I don't want to give away the answer here. All right, question number 3. What was Doug holding when Carrie pushed him down the stairs?
Hot grilled cheese sandwich.
Hot grilled cheese sandwich. Perfect.
Good job.
Which Arthur did put his finger in
Yeah.
in the scene before. But it turns out he actually put it in the butter instead of the actual grilled cheese. So
Right? He's all, I need some salve.
yeah.
I mean, he's
So,
Doug's right.
No,
you
go
know,
ahead.
with the grilled cheese, it's not a grilled cheese anymore if it's not hot. You got to eat it when the cheese is melted.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's really hot. I mean, you got to get that gooiness. You know, it's definitely not good anymore when it's cold.
Otherwise, what's the point, right?
Exactly.
I haven't had a good grilled cheese in a while. I mean, you guys like putting anything else on besides like cheese? I like putting bacon on it, man. What about
Oh, dude, bacon?
Turkey.
Yeah, for sure.
Turkey on mine.
turkey?
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, that changes it though, isn't that like what's a Monte Cristo? That's not. No, that has nothing to do with
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, I like to.
I just went down a whole wrong path.
I like to dip
No,
mine
so-
in some creamy chicken noodle soup.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
so
not bad.
good.
That's
So
not bad.
good.
Something else I wanted to talk about with this scene is so Doug hurts his leg, right? Don't you think he would have hurt something more than just his leg by getting pushed down the stairs, like
Right.
back first?
That's what I thought for sure because it looked like a pretty decent sized
Yeah.
staircase, you know, like at least 12, 13
Yeah.
steps. And he fell down all of them.
He went down. He's a big dude, you know. So
Yeah.
all right. So we go with it.
Right.
It's TV.
Right? Yeah, I love how he still has the grilled cheese after he falls down. He's like, still hot.
You think he ate it on the way to the hospital or wherever they went?
Oh, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
he did. You know it.
So, all right, cool, man. All right, man, you're 3 for 3 so far. You're doing great. All right, so now we're at the point where the guys and Doug go to the sports club, the gym, and they're going to take Doug to physical therapy. What do they discover at the gym on the way to physical therapy?
Slam ball.
Slam ball. That's right.
You guys
Which
remember
looks
You guys
that?
super
remem-
fun.
Oh, dude. It was epic. To watch
Yes, it
those
was.
games was epic.
Yes.
I've
Oh
never
my
watched
God.
this was on.
What?
This was on.
Oh, yeah. Those
They
dudes
had
used to get
everything.
crazy with it. Flips through the
Yeah.
legs, all sorts of tricks. It was
Really?
nuts. Yeah.
Oh, I had no clue. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So what was this on ESPN or something or?
I
it
don't even
VH?
remember, but
It wasn't on ESPN.
TBS?
It was on something like
Maybe.
VH1 or something like that.
yeah,
Really?
something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a full court, but only like right in front of the rim was the trampoline. So
Yeah.
you got like a quarter of a court to run, and the rest
Yeah.
of it was to jump.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Oh, I
so
didn't know
much
this-
fun.
I didn't know this was an actual thing.
It was like that.
Crazy.
They had that, and then they had dodgeball like after
I-
slam ball.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember dodgeball. Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, look at that, man. You bringing
Yeah.
bringing it right to the show, bringing all the fun facts. All right. So that brings us to when Doug and Deacon are back at the house after physical therapy, and Carrie walks in. So, what does Doug ask Carrie to do with the pickles on his White Castle burger to prove the balance of power has shifted?
Yeah. He says to her, he said, if you could just take all the pickles and onions off, and then chop it up real nice,
Yeah.
and put it back on there like relish.
That's perfect. Yep.
And she gives him a weird look, and he's like, "No, I'm serious."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, okay." Walks off.
That's exactly right, man. Man, you're getting it down. You're getting all the details down to a T here, man. You're kicking
Yeah,
butt here.
You know what I've always
I love
wondered?
this show.
what White Castle tastes like. I've always wanted to. Ever since I've seen King of Queens and Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, I've always wanted to try White Castle. I've never tried it before, except for the
there's not
frozen
a
ones
lot
at the
around.
grocery store. Yeah,
They probably taste about the same, I would say.
yeah. Oh, man.
There's a White. I don't even know where there's a White Castle near me, but it's not.
Oh.
Basically, you eat them, and then you better be near a bathroom. So
The Taco Bell of
yeah,
burgers.
exactly.
That's funny.
So all right. Next, there's like a whole montage of things that Doug has Carrie doing for him. One of them is Carrie. Doug has Carrie hang something in the living room. What does Carrie have Doug, or what does Doug have Carrie hang?
Big Daddy poster.
That's right. Poster of the movie Big Daddy. That's perfect. Now, we find out later, years later, that Sandler, because Sandler comes on the show, but
Yeah.
Kevin James ends up being in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies, which is pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
Like
was pretty
best
cool
friends.
to see. That was pretty cool to see him put a Big Daddy poster in the show.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like how they incorporate each other in their stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he was on King of Queens, and then he had him on Kevin Can't Wait.
Oh, I didn't know that he did have him on Kevin Can't Wait.
Yeah, he played
Oh, wow.
one of his friends. Yeah, you haven't seen that show?
I've seen it. I didn't see all the episodes like King of Queens though.
I saw the first couple. I didn't like it.
Nah, I watched it.
Oh.
I watched it just
I
because
should've
I'm
watched it.
such a big King of Queens fan. I had to at least see every episode to see if it was any good or not.
Yeah.
I liked
It was
it.
what, like
It was
2 or 3 seasons?
it
or
was 2
something?
seasons,
Yeah.
but he
And,
brought Leah Remini in for the second season, which
Yeah.
made it feel a little more like home, with King of Queens. So
Yep. Exactly. All right. Question number 7. What kind of wedding is Carrie's cousin having?
a Wiccan wedding.
A Wiccan wedding. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's like, they're witches, and they're not cute ones like Sabrina.
It's exactly right, man. Yeah. At this point, Doug doesn't want to go, so he's complaining about it.
He's like, I was promised a month of pain.
So, all right. Excellent, man. 7 for 7. You're still moving along, man. This is you have the making of another great round here. I mean, we've had a streak going here. Question number 8. What does Spence buy to protect himself down in the subway?
Oh, this is great. He buys a stun gun.
Yep. Yeah, that
Yeah.
he does. And what does he end up doing with it?
He stuns Danny because Danny's like, that won't faze me. That won't faze me. He's like, well, let me stun you then. And he's like, no, for $20. And he's like, no, not for $20. And then Deacon and Doug are all like, yeah, I got $20 on that.
Yeah, he gets stunned and doesn't end up getting the money from Doug. He goes,
Doug's like,
yeah.
I owe you. Yeah, I owe you.
Yeah, that was a great scene of Danny getting stunned, and then afterwards saying he can't see out of his left eye.
Yeah, right. Yeah, his
that
phone
was
rings
funny.
and he's telling Spence to grab it. He's like, you get it.
Yep, and that's when they find out they can get the slam ball court for Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
That
Yeah,
is a
it
great
is.
scene. And to end that scene, Doug talks about his big plan to go to slam ball and for Carrie not to find out. So who finds out about Doug's plan to play slam ball and tries to frame him?
Arthur.
That's exactly right. Arthur's sitting there in the kitchen listening to the whole thing.
He's so devious about it too.
He's got that devious look on his face. That's exactly what I was
Oh, yeah,
going
he's
to say.
like,
So Arthur ends up telling Doug, showing his evidence, all the different pictures he has of Doug, running around,
Right.
jumping up,
He's-
celebrating about the McRib.
Yeah.
he's
and
all
all
sitting
that.
in the dark. He's like, you'll see me when the time is right.
Exactly. So at the end of that, Doug tells Arthur, or what does Arthur tell Doug to have Carrie make for dinner?
Liver and onions.
Liver and onions. Now, I've never had liver and onions.
Ugh.
I never want to have liver and onions. Have you guys ever had it?
I haven't had it, but I noticed in this show that's got to be Arthur's favorite food because there's a few other times he asks for liver and onions.
Good point out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was definitely popular back in the day. Maybe, because meat wasn't.
Maybe it's popular for older people.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I've never had it. My mom never cooked it for us. My wife never cooked it for us. I don't think she's ever had it. So, yeah.
I'd rather have pork chops.
Yeah, pork chops or anything else, basically. All right, cool. You got 2 more questions, man. Let's see if you can close this one out.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, I
this.
have
You got
confidence
it.
in you. All right. What does Doug do to Arthur in order to go to Slam Ball?
Oh yeah, he's like, he's eating that soup or whatever, and he's like, too bad Carrie had to go all the way to Yonkers to get this for you.
Air quotes.
And then Doug's all, oh, what do we have here? What is this? Oh, this is my sleeping medicine that Carrie got for me,
More air quotes.
right? And then he's like, try not to drool in your soup when you fall asleep, and he walks off.
Yep, that's exactly right. He puts the sleeping pills in the soup. And Arthur played it pretty well as far as
He did.
about to fall asleep. He really played that well.
Reaching out for that pen
But
and
he
paper.
ends up getting that pen and
Right.
paper and writing down help Doug, which Carrie finds out and goes to the gym and finds out that Doug is fine after she talks to the physical therapist. So that brings us to the end where they're on the slam ball court, him and Carrie, and Carrie's all pissed off at first, but then she ends up liking the slam ball and the trampolines and stuff. So what happens to Doug when Carrie finds out about slam ball?
Oh, that's so funny because they're jumping on the trampoline, and he's all telling Carrie to jump higher, and she's like, no, 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 and she's all, you jump higher. Higher, honey, higher. And he hits his head on the rim and gets knocked out. She just like looks around and scurries out of there fast. I was like, that's evil. But that's
I
funny.
love your detail, man, because that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
He jumps way too high and gets knocked out on the rim. And it's funny because it actually looked like he got knocked out because
Oh,
Hit
he
that
went
hard.
down hard. He did hit the mat hard.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did. You could see a drool spot where he hits the mat if you look close enough.
So Matt, you close it out. You did a perfect score, man.
Yeah, man.
Our fans are catching on. I'm gonna have to start making these a little harder or something. I don't know. I mean, or I think our fans are
Okay.
just dedicated.
Yep.
All right, from a fan to the guys. All right. So I got
Okay.
a question for you. What does Arthur make Doug do before he goes to slam ball?
What does Arthur make Doug do before he goes to slam ball? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he has his him separate his cards, his
Oh
lady
yeah,
cards.
the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The naked lady
Yeah.
playing cards
The
by
naked lady
cup
cards,
size.
yeah.
By
Yeah.
cup size.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Yep.
That was a good question.
That was a
man.
good one.
Yeah.
You threw me off. We haven't had a fan or guest ask us a question. So
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome.
we got to be more on
Yeah.
our toes. Yeah.
Right?
See, it's good for us. So we teamed up on that question.
Yep.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
man. Good job. Good
Good
job.
stuff.
Cool, man. The little quotes and ponderings we'll go to. I don't have any quotes for this week. You got any quotes? Your favorite quote for this episode, Dusty?
No favorite quotes. The McRib one always cracks me up, but I mean I have no favorite quotes from this episode.
What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, I definitely got one. There's Arthur has Carrie in the kitchen, and he goes, I can't believe you shoved that
Yeah.
man down the stairs. And she was like, I didn't shove him down the stairs. And he goes, I can't believe you. I've shoved plenty of people down the stairs in my lifetime, and I've always felt bad for it.
Exactly. That was a
He's
good
always
one.
owned up to it.
He's always owned up to it.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys ever faked an injury to get out of something, like Doug did? No, nothing. Uh-oh, Dusty looks like he wants to say something.
No, I mean not out of injury. I mean sick. Yeah, I mean for we all like. I don't know if you guys have the man flu. I'm gonna throw some air quotes out there, but sometimes I'll get the man flu where I feel like crap, but I'm not really sick, and I want my wife to take care of me sometimes. But no, never faked an injury. Never faked an injury before. I don't know if I want to go that dark.
I did see that TikTok. I did see that TikTok where your wife was after you got your second shot or something.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
It actually got a lot of views, I think, right?
Yeah, she got like 300,000 views on that, and a lot of people were like talking crap about how we got the Johnson & Johnson COVID shot and all that crap, but whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was.
So it was controversial too.
Yeah, there was some mostly great comments, but there was a few people in there like talking smack and all that. So whatever. But yeah.
Right. Whatever.
Exactly.
People are gonna be doing that. That's just.
I know.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I wanna try slam ball. I think that would be fun. Like you guys said earlier, I didn't realize it was actually like a thing. Like I thought they just happened to have it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why. I guess in my head, my head was in the sand or something when slam ball came out.
I remember
I'm
when
gonna
me
have to
and
look
my
it up
brother.
when we're done.
Yeah, man, that'd be so much fun to do. Me and my brother, we used to. When we watched slam ball, we didn't have like a trampoline to do slam ball, so we created our own little thing, a rollerblade ball. Put our rollerblades on and played basketball with our rollerblades. A lot of injuries to that. Wasn't fun.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say that sounds crazy.
Yeah. It was dangerous.
You ever make up any crazy games like that, Jacob?
No, never made up no games like that.
So we've been asking a couple of these same questions lately. Did you watch the King and Queens reunion on Facebook?
I did. I was actually at work, and I'm not supposed to be on my phone at work, but I snuck it in so that I could just like kind of look down, and nobody would see what I was looking at and watch it. And I had my AirPods in so I could hear it the whole time.
Nice.
Being all slick.
Yeah.
What'd you think though? I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, I thought it was great. They didn't miss a beat, surprisingly. I was like, maybe they haven't done it in a while, but it was just like watching the episode, pretty much. You know what I mean? You didn't get the graphics, but the audio was there, and they haven't missed anything.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. What does King and Queens mean to you, and why did you watch it?
Oh, all right. Here's my story. When I was a lot younger, I had gone to prison, and I got out, and I was having a hard time dealing with reintegrating back into the community, and I was really depressed. And King of Queens came on, and I was like, I don't think this is that good of a show, but it kept coming on. So I was like, whatever, I'll just give it a shot. And it grew on me to a point that it was just like my comfort zone.
Oh, wow.
And now I watch it, and it makes me feel like everything's going to be all right.
Oh, wow. That's great, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really great.
But, I mean, it's funny at the same time, so it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And it's, it just makes me feel good. It's a feel-good show, and it makes me feel good. So I'm not losing.
How often do you watch it?
I get an episode or two in a day.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay.
For sure. Like I got that box set we was talking about. I bought it on Blu-ray. It's still in the plastic, right? This is still in the plastic. I got 3 more copies on the floor, and they're all complete series. Wow. And I got another Blu-ray set. It's like every chance I see it, I'm like, oh, I need that, even though I don't.
Yeah.
I got like 6 copies, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 copies, complete series of King of Queens. I don't need them, but I have them.
Hey, man, you never know. One of these days, you know.
I just wish I knew. I wish I knew somebody that lived close to me that we could enjoy the show together. But
Yeah.
True that.
whatever, I'll enjoy it by myself, so no big deal.
We see you in the group all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all your help, man, with
Heck yeah.
with
Oh,
this with this show and everything.
That's one thing.
Yeah,
about
well,
this
I
group.
mean,
Go ahead, Jacob.
I ran across you guys talking about the podcast or whatever, and I saw your artwork and was like, "Oh, I think I could do something with that." And I love King of Queens. That's really why I did it, is because I love King of Queens, and
Yeah.
why not help when I can with something that I love so much?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and it helps you guys, you know,
Oh,
because
absolutely, it does. Yeah.
it's like we had talked earlier. I do music, and a big part of drawing people into your music is your artwork. If your artwork's not gonna catch their eye, then they're not really gonna. If they haven't heard of you, they're not gonna give you a chance.
Right.
So if your artwork's something that'll catch their eye, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'll give that a listen."
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yep.
Yeah, your artwork, your music. I've listened to your music on Spotify. It's really cool, man. I like it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You planning on putting out any more anytime soon?
I got a few songs in the works. It's you know, I'm a single parent, so it's a matter of just making time to get into a studio to record. And,
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just getting that time,
So-
man. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear
Right.
you. All right. We're gonna move on to the review and rating portion of the show. We always go over the IMDb, which had 291 user ratings, 8.2 out of 10 stars. Ratings from our Facebook poll this week, we had a total of 49 ratings, so we did pretty well again. And it was 4.5 out of 5 stars, so almost or it was a 9 out of 10 basically. So this got a really high rating. Then we always rated ourselves. We always start with our guests. So Jacob, what would you rate this show? How about 10 slam balls out of 10 slam balls?
I'll give it 8 or 9 slam balls for sure. For sure. I like this episode. I mean, there wasn't a lot of Arthur in it, but he was still funny when he did come in. And he was all like super devious about the pictures. And he's like, "Oh, you'll see me when the time is right." Who comes up with these lines?
The writing's
Like,
great, man. The
you know what I
writing's
mean?
great.
No, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
and-
Amazing. It makes me want to just remember that and use it on somebody one day. Just sit in the dark, all devious.
Even though Doug saw him, he's like, "You'll see me when the time is right."
Yep.
What are you doing in the dark?
Another thing we didn't talk about that part, just to go back to it real quick, he actually had made slides, like old school slides, instead of just like pictures or whatever.
Yeah, he took
some
some
time for that. It was really funny, man. That was a great part. All right, so 8 or 9. So we'll say 9 out of 10. That's a really good rating.
Yeah, we'll do.
Dusty, what about you, bud?
Arthur is in the episode, so it's going to get above an 8. So I'm going to go with Jacob, and I'm going to give it about an 8.99 for this. This was a very funny episode. And just like last week's episode that we did, every scene in this episode was hilarious. There was never a dull moment in this one. Very good episode.
It did flow well.
Yes.
Flow well.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. So you did an 8.9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little lower than you guys. It's still gonna be in the 8s for me. It's gonna be an 8.4. Normally there's like the main plot, and then like there's like subplots. I thought
Right.
There really wasn't a subplot this week. It was just kind of like when they brought in Arthur, it was like more of just adding to the main plot. But again, we're nitpicking at this point. It was still a great episode, very funny,
Right.
and a lot of great jokes as usual. So 8.4 for me.
Right.
How
Yeah.
about-
Right. So like the part where he tries to help Carrie out with her bags when she's going to the wedding, and she's like,
Yeah.
I'll get it. He's like, "No, I can do it." He's pushing it with
That
gotta
was
his
great.
learn.
That was a great. Yeah, that was great. And then he ends up trying to pick up the bag with his crutch. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and he just throws him down once she closes the door. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yep,
You
That's
still
how
see
you
her
know.
like walking by
The-
as he throws down the crutches.
Now,
Right.
you know, the name of our show
Right.
is Shuddy Uppy, Let's Talk King of Queens. I think this is the first episode we've done so far where Doug has said Shuddy in the episode. Because he said
yeah?
Shuddy. Yeah, he said Shuddy to Carrie when he was holding his grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's true.
And
Yeah.
then she punches him,
All right.
Yep.
and he
Yeah.
falls
All
down
right.
the steps.
Hey, that's a good
Yeah.
point. We should keep account of
Yeah.
that. That's,
Yeah,
that's really
definitely.
good. So we
I love that he says that because I say it to my son all the time. I'm like, how about you bring it down to Shuddy Town?
Oh, that's great. All right. So as we promised, we're going to announce the winner of the complete set DVD giveaway right now.
Drum roll.
Before we end. Yeah. Let's do a little drum roll here.
Yeah, here we go.
The winner is Gail Wilson. Gail Wilson, congratulations. You have won the
Woo! All right,
the
Gail.
King of Queens complete DVD box set, and we will be sending it out to you. We'll contact, or by this point she'll probably know, but we'll contact you and we'll get it out to you. So thanks a lot for everyone who entered. We really do appreciate you guys listening, and yeah, it was a fun time as far as that contest was concerned.
Oh yeah.
And our good buddy Jacob here actually suggested it for us. So
Heck
again,
yeah.
thanks a lot, man. A lot of contribution to the show.
It's awesome.
Right on.
So we're at
problem.
the point where we're gonna say goodbye, but I do want you to talk about a little more about your artwork, about your music, and where people can find all of that and find you.
Okay. You know, my artwork, I started doing graphic design because I worked with a bunch of other hip hop artists out here that were paying an arm and a leg to get their cover art done. And at the time I didn't have any money, and I was like, I don't have money to be paying people $100 to do a single cover, because I just don't have it. I barely have the money to make the music in the first place. So I decided to just teach myself, and slowly but surely I got good, and I talked with other graphic designers and learned, and it was, I got to the point where I am now. Practice makes perfect. You keep practicing, you're going to get better.
Absolutely.
It's just that simple. So, and all my artwork on all my music is done by me. So that was
Awesome.
cool.
That is cool.
It was fun to do. It was fun to do the cover art for this podcast because I love King of Queens, and I always wanted to somehow do something with King of Queens, and I just didn't know. I didn't have an idea of what, but I saw that and was like, "Ooh, this is an opportunity that I have to take."
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was
I
great,
wanted,
man.
I wanted
Yeah.
to do this. So
I'm glad you reached out because you're right. I didn't say it before, but I kind of put the cover art together originally, and it was just a quick little. I'm not a graphic designer by any means,
right,
and I do appreciate you. And the way you approached was very nice too. You weren't like a jerk about it. Like, hey, your cover art sucks, and I want you to. I want to do it for you. So
Yeah.
you were great to work with.
yeah. Well, it's I believe that if you have catchy artwork, that you're gonna have more listeners or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's because you have a massive viewership as far as the podcast community goes, and they don't all just look for podcasts that they like every now and then. They'll browse through the whole everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if your artwork's popping, they're gonna stop and be like, "What's that about?"
Yep, absolutely.
So, and I wanted to do that for you guys because this podcast is cool,
Hey,
and I'm glad I'm part of it.
Yeah,
Nice.
We're glad you're
Nice,
part
man.
of it too, bud.
Jacob, I want to commend you on something, man, for being a hard-working single father. Because before I met my wife, I was the same way. I was a single father, taking care of my son full-time, working full-time, and all that. So I want to commend you on doing that, man. Not a lot of dads out there, stay in their kids' lives, and I want to commend you for that, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great, man. That's great to hear.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So Spotify, they can hear your music on Spotify, right?
So yeah, I mean, you can just Google my name, Jacob Toone. So I'm on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. I mean, Shazam. If you can find music, I'm on there.
That's
So
great. And it's Tune with an E at the end.
yeah, Toone.
Yep, absolutely. All right, cool, man.
So,
Dusty, you want to plug our stuff before we leave?
Yeah, definitely. All you listeners out there, if you haven't followed us yet, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook is King _ Queens fan page. Soon, it's hopefully going to be changed to Shutty Uppy podcast. I gotta wait for someone to accept me for that or to do that. But Instagram is Shutty Uppy podcast. So check us out. Give us a follow. If you guys love our show, follow us. Give us a review. Rate us. Check us out, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, if you want to get in touch with us, you can DM us or post on in the group, post on our page, or email us the old school way, kingofqueenspodcast@gmail.com. We've gotten some requests to be on the show, and like I said, a lot of the entries for the giveaway was through the email. So,
yep,
I know somebody's listening and,
Yeah.
using the email, so I'll keep checking.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, Jacob, again, thanks a lot for your time on the show and all your help.
Definitely.
We do appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude.
that's no big deal. I appreciate you guys having me on, and if you need anything, you need to throw together a poster or something for another giveaway or whatever, you let me know.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Right on.